श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय, गीतावली की जय। नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। जगन्नाथ सुत महाप्रभु विश्वम्भरा, मायापुर शशि नवद्वीप सुधाकर, शची सुत गौरा हरि निमाय सुंदरा, राधा भाव कांतिया चदित नट बर, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। नामानंद चपल बालक त्रिभाता, ब्रह्मानंद वदन तरकी कौतुकानुरक्त, विद्यार्थी उदुप चौरध्या वीर मोहन तैतिक, सर्वसग्राम्य बालिक क्रीडन, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। लक्ष्मीपति बोरदाता उरत बालक, श्री सचिरपति पुत्र शोक निवारक, लक्ष्मीपति पूर्व देश सर्व क्लेश हार, दिग्विजयी दर्पहरि विष्णु प्रियेश्वर, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। आर्य धर्म पाल पितृ गया पिंड दाता, पूरी शिष्य माध्वाचार्य संप्रदाय पाता, कृष्ण नामोन्मत कृष्ण तत्व अध्यापक, नाम संकीर्तन युग धर्म प्रवर्तक, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। अद्वैत बांधव श्रीनिवास गृहधन, नित्यानंद प्राण गदाधरे राजीवान, अंतर्द्वीप शशाधर सीमंत विजय, गोद्रुम बिहारी मध्य द्वीप लीलाश्रय, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। कौल द्वीपपति ऋतु द्वीप महेश्वर, जनुमोद द्रुम रुद्र द्वीपेर ईश्वर, नवखंड रंगनाथ जन्मि जीवन, जगाय माधाय आदि ध्रुवृत तारण, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। नगर कीर्तन सिंह काजी उदाहरण, श्रुध नाम पंचरक भक्तार्ति हरण, नारायणी कृपा सिंधु जीवेर नियंत, अधम पुरुया दंडी भक्त दोषहंता, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नेचे नेचे गाए रे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य चंद्र भारती तारण, परिव्रज शिरोमणि उत्कल पावन, अम्बुलिंग भुवनेश कपोटेश पाति, क्षीर चोर गोपाल दर्शन सुखियाति, नदिया नगरे निताय निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे निर्दंडी सन्यासी सर्वभौम कृपा मोया स्वानंद आस्वादन्ति सर्व सुख श्रोया पुरत सुंदर वासुदेव त्राण करता रामानंद सखा भट कुल क्लेश हरता नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे बौद्ध जैन मायावादी कुतर्क खंडन दक्षिण पावन भक्ति ग्रंथ उदाहरण आलाला दर्शनानंदी ग्रथाग्रनर्तक गजपति प्राण देवानंद उधारक नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे कुलिया प्रकाशे दुष्ट पदुया त्राण रूप सनंतन बंधु सर्व जीव प्राण वृंदावनानंद मूर्ति बलभद्र संगी यवन उधारी भट बलधीर रंगी नदिया नगर नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगर नित निच निच गाए रे काशी बाशी सन्यासी उधारी प्रेम दाता मरकत वैरागी दंडी आचंदाल त्राता भक्तेरा गौरवकारी भक्त प्राणधान हरिदास रघुनाथ स्वरूप जीवन नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे गोद्रुमपति गौरा निताय जीवना वृंदावन भाव विभोरा अद्वैतेर धाना गदाधर प्राण शिवाशरण कृष्ण भक्त मानस चोर कलियुग पावन नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे भक्ति विनोतार पोरे रंग पाए रे नदिया नगरे नित निच निच गाए रे भक्ति विनोद तार पोरे रंग पाए रे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय गो प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि
Very
बोल
cool. Wow, it's beautiful.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Lena, would you like to read the first 5 translations of this?
Yes, I would. Thank you very much. Or in the towns and villages of Nadia, Lord Nityananda ecstatically dances and sings these names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is the beloved son of Jagannath Misra. He is Mahaprabhu, the great master and maintainer of the whole world. He is the shining moon of Mayapur and the source of all nectar for the land of Navdvipa. He is the beloved son of Sachi Mata and is Lord Hari with a fair golden complexion. As he was born under a neem tree, he was called Nimai Sundara, beautiful Nimai. He is covered by the sentiment and luster of Srimati Radharani, and he is the best of all dancers. He becomes restless upon hearing the holy names of Lord Hari. In his boyhood pastimes, he is swift and agile and is devoted to his mother. He displays the entire universe within his mouth, is a great logician, and is fond of joking and playing pranks. He is the moon among scholarly students, and he bewildered two thieves who tried to steal his jewels when he was a small child. He is the cynosure of all philosophers, and he teased and joked with the village girls of Nadia. He is the giver of blessings to Lakshmi Priya, his first wife. He is very mischievous as a child, and is the dispeller of the grief of Sachimata felt after losing her husband, Jagannath, and first son, Visvarupa.
Thank you.
Hare
Kaushika, would you
Krishna.
like to read the next 5?
Yes, Prabhu, I will read next 5.
Okay, let me just get in. Okay, go ahead.
He is the Lord and husband of Lakshmi Priya. By his Sankirtan movement, he removed all the distress of East Bengal. He erected the pride of the conquering Pandita and named Keshava Kashmiri, and is the beloved Lord of Vishnu Priya, his second wife. He is the preserver of Sanatana Dharma and the giver of the Pinda oblation at the holy town of Gaya after the disappearance of his father Jagannath Misra. He became the disciple of Ishvara Puri and is the protector of the Madhavacharya Sampradaya. He becomes madly intoxicated by the tasting the holy name of Krishna and is the professor of the science of Krishna consciousness. Thus, he inaugurated the religion of the age, Nama Sankirtan. He is the friend of Advaita Acharya, the treasure of Sri Siva, Srivasa, Thakura's home, the life and soul of Nityananda Prabhu, and the very source of life for Gadadhara Pandita. He is the moon of Antardvipa, and the triumph of Simantha Dvipa. He enjoys wandering and flocking on the island of Godruma and is the shelter of pastimes of Madhivipya. Madhivipya.
Thank you. Okay. Surinder Prabhu, would you like to read the next 5?
Krishna Dandavat Mataji Nitai Gaur.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Is it like
Number 11? Yeah, number 11.
Nitai Gaur. He is the Lord of Koladweep, the great controller of Ritudweep, and the creator of Janudweep, Modadrumadweep, and Rudradweep. He is thus the supreme lord of the 9 islands of Navadweep, which serves as a stage for his wonderful pastimes. He is the life of the river Ganga and the deliverer of all sorts of rogues and rascals, beginning with Jagai and Madhai. He is the lion of the village Kirtanas and the deliverer of Chankazi. He is the preacher of the pure holy name and the remover of the distresses of his devotees. He is the ocean of mercy of Narayani, the mother of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, and is the regulator of all souls. He is a chastiser of the fallen students who criticized his chanting of Gopi Gopi, and is a destroyer of the sins of his devotees. Uh, I cannot see the number 50.
I'll just do that.
You do is that.
Yeah, I was doing it. Okay. See, it don't work every time.
It does.
I have been doing it.
Okay. It's because of this. 1 second.
Yeah.
What's this annotations and all that? Okay.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So he was initiated into sannyasa with the name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and he is beautiful like the moon. He delivered his sannyasa Guru Keshava Bharati, is himself the crest jewel of all wandering renunciates, and is the savior of the region of Orissa. He is a master of Lord Shiva, who is known in 3 different Shaiva Tirthas as Sambhulinga, Bhuvaneshwara, and Kapoteshwara, visited by Lord Chaitanya on his way to Jagannath Puri. As a sannyasi, he rejoiced at the sight of the Orissan deities Kshir Chor Gopinath and Shakshi Gopal. Nitai Gaur Dandavat. Thank you.
Is Ananda Leela there?
No, I'm afraid she's not around at the moment.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anil Prabhu, would you like to read some translations?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, you can do the next 5 from 17.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. He became a sannyasi without a danda due to Lord Nityananda's breaking it into 3 parts and throwing it in the Bhargi river, and is full of mercy for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He is ecstatic by tasting the bliss of himself in the form of Krishna, and he is the resting place of all universal happiness. He is beautiful like molten gold, and he delivered the leper Vasudeva. He is the intimate friend of Ramananda Ray and the remover of all miseries from the family of Venkata Bhatta. He is the refuter of the atheistic arguments of the Buddhists, Jains, and Mayavadis. He is the savior of South India, and he has brought to light the 2 devotional literature, Krishna
Karnamrit.
Karnamrita and Brahma Samhita. He became ecstatic at the sight of the deity Lananta, and he danced in the front of Jagannath cart during the Rath Yatra festival. He delivered Gajapati Pratapa Rudra and was the savior of Devananda Pandita. By his appearance at the Kulia, he delivered the ill-behaved student community there. He is the friend of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami and the life of all souls. He is the personification of bliss in the transcendental realm of Vrindavana, and he is the companion and friend of Balabhadra Bhattacharya. On his return from Vrindavan, he delivered many Mohammedans, and he is very fond of intimate exchange with Vallabha Bhatta. Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Prabhu, would you like to do from 23 to the end?
22.
23.
23.
Sure, Mataji.
Thank you.
He delivered the Mayavadi sannyasis of Kashi, and he is the bestower of love of God. He is the chastiser of the false renunciates, called Markat Vairagis, for being like monkeys, and he's the savior of everyone down to the lowest class of men. He is the glorifier of his devotees and is the treasured wealth of their lives. He is the very life of such devotees such as Haridas Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami, and Swarup Damodar. He is the supreme master of the island of Godruma. He possesses a golden complexion and is the very life of Srila Nityanand Prabhu. He constantly remains overwhelmed with the ecstatic moods of Vrindavan and is the supreme treasure of Srila Advait Acharya. He is the life breath of Srila Gadadhar Pandit and the shelter of Srila Srivas Pandit, the thief of the hearts of all the devotees of Lord Krishna, and the supreme purifier of the degraded age of Kali. Oh, in the towns and villages of Nadia, Lord Nityanand dances and dances ecstatically while singing these divine names, and Bhaktivinod falls down at his reddish lotus feet. Oh,
Thank you.
Jai. So, this is an incredible bhajan. Huh? It gives a life history of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at least in brief summary. So thank you very much, Karuna, and all the devotees for chanting. And
Chitra as well.
Chitra, yeah, I heard her. She was really chanting
She's doing
nicely.
the chorus.
Yeah.
My chorus.
Yeah.
Nadia Nagare Nitai Niche Niche
Gai.
Gai. Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai,
Jai.
Gitavali ki jai.
Jai.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for, oh yeah.